Hey everybody, welcome back to another cast by StitchStarcraft, and today I'm going to bring you guys another very awesome game. Today it's going to feature once again RyooMak over here as the Blue Terran. He is spawning here in Antigua Shipyards. This was played on Korean ladder, and he's going to be going up against the one and only. You guys should be pretty familiar with him. He's GamaniaSen, so Sen from Taiwan and RyooMak from Korea. So both of these players will be dueling it out on the Korean Taiwan server, and ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a really awesome game. So we do have RyooMak over here, and actually just to focus the camera on him again, RyooMak actually just made the ZeNEX team. I am proud to say on behalf of my team SPR, which is this team over here. This is a Southeast Asian team from different parts of Southeast Asia. It's actually a Korean community. It's not really a sponsored team yet. It's going to be soon. I hope. But then it's mainly filled with some Koreans, and these Koreans can be playing from Korea, or they can be playing from Australia, wherever in Asia. But most of this clan is Korean. But of course, people like me, I'm not Korean, but I'm still in it. It's a really cool clan. And RyooMak, one of the top Terrans of this team, made Team ZeNEX, and it's going to be really awesome. It's really great news, because now he'll be in a real gaming team, and he'll have real practice partners, and it'll be really good for him. So do send your congratulations and things to RyooMak for making ZeNEX. So maybe you'll see him someday in the GSTL named as ZeNEX.Ryoo. Or Ryoo, or however you would pronounce his name. But anyways, both players are going to open up with fairly standard openings. It looks like Sen starting with a 15 hatch, 15 pool. Nothing too special. He's not getting his gas just yet, so he feels safe without getting the gas. And RyooMak just starting with the 12, the 10 depot, 12 barrack, and 13 gas. Just very standard. Probably would open to Hellions. It's a very standard play. A lot of Terrans nowadays like to open with Hellions. The thing is, Hellions will give you map control, and it's going to be really nice if you can grab that map control early in the game. Don't let the Zerg have anything, because it's not like Zergs have scans, so they won't know what you have in your base unless they send a unit, which is either an Overseer later in the mid game or a Zergling in the early game. So it's really important to take that map control off the Zerg, and we do see that coming down for RyooMak, and he's going to be making that reactor on that barrack, and it looks like his minerals are going higher. It looks like he might be putting down an expansion, maybe or maybe not. We'll just see how it goes. A lot of players do like to open with Hellions and immediately expand, and it looks like this SCV just might be doing that. Yes, he is going to put down an expansion right down at the natural, and this expansion is not that hard to defend. This map has a really nice natural and actually pretty nice third, but cross positions does make it a bit harder because Zerglings can break these rocks and just run past. Looking back at Sen's base, we do have a spine crawler coming up, and we still don't have any gas. So this type of opener is quite drone heavy, and it allows you to make extra queens, and you can make spine crawlers, and it's really nice because you just get income of minerals, and you'll just have so much minerals, and you can just make so many drones. As you guys can see, let's look at Sen's worker count. Of course, right now he's still a bit behind, but once his larva starts kicking in, he'll start getting a lot of drones. As you guys can see, he's already making his third queen, so it's fairly fine for Sen right now. He looks pretty good, and now finally getting the gas once he hits 40 drones. So this is kind of like Spanishi was built, where you don't get the gas that early, and it allows you to drone faster, and it is pretty nice. But one thing is, if it's really a cheesy play that requires gas for roaches, like mass Hellions, you'll have a lot of trouble unless you have really good queen micro on ramps and a really nice sim city. So we do have the Roach Warren coming down right here. The Roach Warren is coming down. Hellions will be moving out, 4 of them right now. No roaches, and 11 drones getting pumped up. There is only the spine cars and the queens in defense. And it looks like Ryoo is just going to sneak past and try to go up, but the queen is blocking that. And oh, one roasted kill. Really nice. But the drones are staying behind that spine crawler. And these Hellions are stealing a few shots on the queen. Oh, this queen might be able to take it out, and oh, these Hellions get up the high, and this is going to be bad. A lot of drones can be roasted in this engagement, but it looks like that's a really nice micro by Sen, being able to take off one more Hellion, so he'll look fine, and it looks like another drone is going to get roasted, but so far it looks like it's a good engagement for Sen. Sen used his units fairly well, and wow, that was actually a lot of Hellions lost. That was 4 Hellions lost, I believe, or 5 even. But yeah, that's what happens. I mean, with this mainly mineral, you just don't have as many units because you're just going to drone so heavy. It just depends on how you micro your queens and your units. It can be disastrous if you keep running your drones in line and then they get roasted in one shot. So taking a look back at Ryoo's build right now, he's going for the stim. And he's going for Marauders, and this is a really nice move. He actually did this in his game against Lenok as well, where he went for Marauders, and it's nice because a lot of players tend to go Roaches after you go Hellions. It's just normal, it's just a reaction because you have so many Hellions. They just want to apply some pressure with Roaches, possibly even do a lot of damage. Looks like Sen did send an Overlord in here, did scout around what's going to happen. He did see the fast third, and this is a really fast third, ladies and gentlemen. It's 850, and the Zerg doesn't even have the third as fast as the Terran, which means it's going to be a really fast third, and it's probably just going to be a macro third for now. It looks like we do have a few Hellions moving in, Marauder, 2 Marauders and 3 Marines moving out. Stim is done, combat shields just starting, starport is being put down. RyooMak is going to wall this off, which is nice, it prevents run-bys. And what does Sen have to deal with this? He has a fairly sizable Roach army. And the Terran army might be able to deny the third, but the Roaches are going to come in. There's definitely enough Roaches to take this out. The amount of Marauders will not be enough. And here comes the Marauders. There is no concussive shells, ladies and gentlemen, so they cannot slow the Roaches. And it looks like RyooMak is just going to clear up some creep, which is pretty decent, pretty nice. It's good because now the Zerg will have to spread those creep tumors once again. And as you guys can see, right now we do have the lair tech coming down for Sen, and he's got the evolution chamber, no bailing nest just yet, and it looks like the Terran's just going to push back. Re-macro up, he's got a few units at the back. His third is done, and he's just going to lift it and go for the third this early in game. So it's pretty early, and there's a lot of Roaches out for Sen right now. He's got 13 Roaches, so he looks fairly safe moving the Spine Crawlers to the low ground. His third is up, and ooh, this Zergling is slightly out of position. It won't be able to deny the third from landing. And taking a look at what Ryoo has for his tech switch, he's putting down an extra factory, made the first factory into Tech Lab, so we'll possibly see tanks fairly in the early game. And we do have Roaches breaking down the back rocks, which is actually quite interesting. I mean, you usually want to keep these back rocks alive, but I guess Sen just wants to break these rocks so he can kind of get more paths for his units, because he's probably going to look for an expansion over on this side of the map. And these Hellions just coming back, not really, both players are playing very cautious. They don't want to lose too many units early game, they just want to drone hard and get some good economy before starting. We do have the reactor starport, and looking back at Sen's goal, he's getting +1 for both. We do have a drop coming down here for the Terran player. He can snipe out the spawning board, and that'll be really nice. He'll stop the Queen production, he'll stop the Zergling production, and that's really good. He'll even stop a Bailing Nest if Sen wants to make one. And as you guys can see, he'll have to remake that. And you know what? RyooMak did not lose a single unit. He's just going to pick up and leave. And let's just take a look at the lost workers count. Where is that? Oh, it looks like, whoa, that's a lot of lost workers over there. And looking back at RyooMak, he's getting those tanks out. The drop is actually still in play. You can still drop. You can just go back. But Roaches are in here position, and it'll be no problem for Sen to deal with it. Taking a look at Sen's build, right now he's going for the Infestors, so that's really nice. He's getting Roach speed as well. RyooMak already building his 4th command center. He's playing really high on minerals. As you can see, he's just getting his 3rd gas. So he's starting to tech up into tanks right now, as you guys can see. And in terms of upgrade, RyooMak is 1-0 right now. Zerg on 1-1, almost 1-1. And we do have a small little push play here over by RyooMak, and RyooMak can just clean these Zerglings up, pick up and leave, and once again losing 0 units. But look at all that blood spilled. Really nice play, making his drops really cost efficient. That's the point of Terran, and it just makes the Zerg so uncomfortable when you have good micro, and it's really hard to deal with, honestly. Terran with good micro is really hard to deal with, and Ryoo definitely shows that. Looks like Sen's going to be moving into that Infestor Blaze, even getting an earlier hive. Already starting that hive, so we might see some Broodlord / Ultra. Most likely Ultra. A lot of players tend to go Broodlords as well with Mass Infestors, which is both pretty nice builds. And let's just take a look back at Sen's base. He's got quite a number of tanks. The Baneling that's just started. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not. You really do need those Banelings in TvZ. And ooh, it looks like RyooMak is going to take the command center over at the gold, and that's really nice for him. It will be fairly nice for him, and it looks like, oh, a medevac might get denied over here, and the medevac, oh, it dies, and it is completely gone. So now the Zerg knows that Ryoo is going for that gold, but Ryoo has just so many tanks, and he's going to take the middle. And the Zerg just can't do anything right now. His supply is fairly low. He doesn't have units to surround that Terran army, and it looks like RyooMak is going to aim for the third, and a drop coming in here, going to try to deny it. A lot of Speedlings being pulled to defend it, and will the third come down? Oh, this is going to be a really close engagement, and Sen, you probably have to cancel that. Oh, Sen does not cancel. He absolutely doesn't cancel at all. But meanwhile, we do have a big push coming down for Ryoo over there, and Infestor's trying to clean that up, but that's not going to happen. Looks like Ryoo's just going to deny this one, but coming back in here, a big surround over here by the Zerg army. Really nice funnel growth, and it looks like the Zerg army is definitely going to clean this up, or yes, he is going to clean this up. Ryoo needs to pick up and leave. Doesn't look like he's really microing this. Meanwhile, do we have that drop, or did it get cleaned up? Oh, it's right here once again, and now it's going to get cleaned up. Infestor's going to come in here, and they're going to clean up. They're going to use a fungal on 2 Marauders, which is not that worth it. But it looks like Ryoo now will have to re-macro up. As you guys can see, his army just got cut by so much after losing that engagement. It looks like Sen right now moving into the Ultralisk. We do have the Ultralisk Havoc coming down, and that's going to be really nice. But the thing is, Ryoo has a pretty decent composition against one. Oh, never mind. He stopped the Marauder production, but he does need to start it again. And does Ryoo even see? Yes, he sees the Ultralisk Cavern, so he knows that he's going to put down 4 more barracks, probably make them into tech labs, and then start moving out play. Because these Ultras, they just have so much tanking damage that Siege Tanks Marine just can't break it. And you need something like Marauders, which break tanky units like Ultras. Looks like Ryoo just moving into the middle right now. He's going to try to take the middle. Actually, Sen and push this back. He can definitely push this back. Sen has a fairly sizable army. He's maxed out right now, and it looks like Sen's going to go for it. Oh, never mind. Sen's actually going to go back. He doesn't want to push. Because look at this siege line. This siege line is absolutely crazy. There are so many siege tanks. There are 9 siege tanks right now. And it looks like right there we had a drop coming in, which got cleaned up. There are 2 Marines in here, but they won't be able to do too much. Definitely not a game changer drop. But as you guys can see, RyooMak has these command centers. He has so many command centers. Man, it's crazy. He's got one down already here, making it into a planetary. A drop is going to get covered over here, and it looks like Sen's just going to leave the job. There are 2 Infestors and Speedlings, and that's all you need to defend against the drop. A simple 2 fungal growths, and all the Marines are done. It looks like Ryoo's starting to build command centers all over the map. His middles are going so high right now, and we do see the Marauder production coming in for him. And looking back at Sen, he's making a huge morph of Banelings. 33 Banelings on the way. We do have a small Marine push over here. It definitely won't be able to break what Sen has. And it looks like a big scan coming down on a really nice scan, seeing the composition of Sen exactly. Oh man, Ryoo, check that out. Look at that. Planetary Fortress. This is actually a really cool play. I've never seen this. Because the thing is, Antigua is a really good map. If you can hold the middle, you'll be in most advantages. I would say it's most advantageous to go for the middle and hold it. And look at this, Ryoo is just gonna wall his half of the map off with command centers. That is absolutely a ridiculously crazy play by Ryoo right now, because now the Zerg just can't do run mice as easy. He's got siege tanks behind these planetary fortresses. Just look at how many command centers coming down. He doesn't even need to use these all to mine, because the thing is, he's so high. He's got so much banked up, and he's maxed out right now. Look, he's holding the middle. He's got siege tanks spread out, and this just looks so nice for Ryoo right now. It looks like there's just not a possibility for him to lose. Even putting more command centers down, probably going to make them into planetary. It looks like Sen's going to try to break this, but it is going to be useless. There are just way too many siege tanks over here, and Ryoo's actually slow pushing to the Zerg right now, and Sen's actually in a really bad position. At this point, the best thing to deal with this is probably Broodlords, because that's simply the best thing, because you have to have the range over these planetary fortresses, these siege tanks. You just can't use ground. There's just no point in using ground, and Sen has to free up his supplies soon. I mean, there's just this army just can't break it. I mean, he should try and run and take this base out if Sen even knows. Yes, Sen does know that this base exists, but he's just not going for it, which makes me feel really uncomfortable, because this is the only position where the Terran does not cover. Because look at this, Terran has no siege tanks on this side, and it looks like Sen might be going for it, and I like it. Finally, I don't know, is Sen gonna go for it? Sen really needs to go for it, but Terran, another movement of units over here sniping out this base, and that's going to leave these drones to do some long distance mining. There is a base over here, but now that the Terran cleared this base, he can just aim down this base, and that's almost the last mining base for Sen. As you guys can see, he's only actually on 2 bases, and Tank's gonna intercept a lot of ultras. These tanks are +1 damage, and these ultras, they actually have a lot of armor, but there's simply too many tanks. Look at how many tanks there are. Let's take a look at the unit count. 16 tanks. That's crazy. And oh my goodness, RyooMak even going to land the command center over here. We did have the ultras move in by Sen, and he did deny this base. So it's nice that he did that. And oh my gosh, Ryoo has gone wild. This man has absolutely gone wild. This is the craziest tank slow push ever, and it looks like Sen is gonna load up overlords. There are a few ultras in this overlord mixture, and does RyooMak react to this? Yes, he's pulling out a lot of army back, and will he get there in time? There's just simply not enough units in these 5 overlords. It just won't. And a tank push? Oh my goodness, are you crazy, Ryoo? You're sending tanks to deal with the Zerg. That is absolutely the most baller move ever, and it looks like this gets absolutely denied. Sen not paying attention to his overlords, going to lose these, and ultras are inside these overlords. Oh my goodness, I cannot watch these ultras just jump. Not even a parachute can save them. They're just too heavy. They're just gonna fall because gravity hates them. Oh man, ultra was in there, and now it's gone. A huge speedling coming in, but Ryoo is well positioned. No problemo for RyooMak, even going to siege his tanks. Such nice positioning for Ryoo. And now check this out, morphing these into planetary fortresses, and now Sen just can't expand. He cannot expand anywhere, and that's GG for Sen, pulling out the G. And oh my goodness, ZeNEX.Ryoo takes this game off GamaniaSen with the craziest play ever. Let's just take a look at how many planetary fortresses there are. There's 1, 2 planetary fortress, siege tanks in the middle, 1, 2 planetary fortresses, another one here, and he's going to just look absolutely crazy fine. And oh my goodness, ZeNEX.Ryoo pulling off one crazy game against GamaniaSen. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this cast, and Stitch will be signing off right now. Please support me with the links shown everywhere on this video, and I'm just gonna let you guys take a look at you know, a tournament going on, and it will feature Ryoo in it. It's the Southeast Asian Clan Cup. Let's take a look at that. Southeast Asian Clan Cup. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really awesome tournament. There's got a lot of nice teams inside there, and guys, just check it out definitely. And I hope you guys do support me. I do need all the support I can get, ladies and gentlemen. So please help me out. It would be really nice if you guys can give me the support. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Please follow my Twitter. Definitely have to follow my live stream because I will be live streaming the Southeast Asian Clan Cup and a lot more awesome and exciting Southeast Asian events. So this is it for today's cast, and I'll see you guys next time.